Hi everyone, we're going to do a quick tutorial on making straps for your tutu dress. Just take some satin ribbon, measure it out. Now if you're creating this for a loved one and you don't have their shoulder measurements, don't worry about it. You can do it this way that we're doing today. Now make sure you heat seal. Just quickly run it across. Pick your spots. And one thing that I do is I kind of put both pieces of ribbon without gluing it where I want it to be. And that just makes it a little bit easier. And you're going to put it, and just make sure that's where you want it. Okay? From front to back, because you don't want the loop you're going to create to show on the outside. Okay, so put it over your elastic. I'm sorry, under your elastic. There you go. Does that look about right to you? Just leave enough out so that way you can glue easily. And just kind of pick where you want it to rest. If you have, say, like we have a center spot, you might count how many pieces of tulle on each side. Oh, that's pretty good. That's where you want it. And you'll do the same for the back. Alright, so now all you're going to do is you're going to run a thin line of hot glue right below the edge. And the reason why I say this is because it'll be a lot easier if you need to make adjustments. And remember, you can always add more glue, but it's hard to take away if it's already cooled. Now bring it together. Bring it as closely together as you can. Again, thin line of glue or a small amount of glue. Now to make it easier for me to show y'all without burning myself, I've lowered my heat setting so it's drying really quickly. Alright, bring it together, bring them as close together. You don't want a whole bunch overlapping because then you can really see it. Now if you're putting little flowers on each, then you don't have to worry about it. Let it dry. Now, if you have the measurements of the shoulders, then you can make this exactly like that on both sides. But since we don't have the exact measurements, what we're going to do is we're going to make it where you tie a bow. So that way, it's got room for adjustment. Okay, so see, there we go. Now I'm going to add something here to cover it. One thing, if you're not adding any embellishments on this, make sure that your line of glue is thin and smoothed out so that way it doesn't look clumpy. Alright. Now again, if you have the exact measurements, all you do is bring it over and then you do another loop just like we did. So this is where we're going to put the back piece. See? And then you're going to tie a bow. Now if you're working with single-faced ribbon, make sure that you got the shiny part on the outside. Make sure you've got enough out that you can easily work with. Thin line of glue. Remember, you want it smooth so that way it doesn't look clumpy. Bring it together as closely as possible. This is a lot easier when you're doing it yourself. You don't have to worry about trying to do it sideways at an angle. So I apologize if this is a little difficult to see. Okay, keep your tool out of the way. Just really, it's because you don't want the glue to get on your tool. Okay, thin line. Bring it again as close as possible. Press firmly, let that dry. Now we've got the other side dry already. See that both sides are done. Now, make sure that you leave it loose enough right here so that way you can move it around. Okay. And then you just make your bow. I am not a good bow maker except for when I'm really taking a lot of time and care. And again, your bow, so I'm sure your bows will look a lot nicer than mine. But again, there you go. It's adjustable, so you can make it a bigger bow or a smaller bow, but it gives a little bit of room, especially when you're making, especially a gift, and you don't really know all the measurements, or you don't want to give, ask too many questions because then they'll know you're making something for them. But it gives the room. Now, if the shoulders are smaller, again, your bow, you'll adjust your bow size for that. Right? And this is what it looks like. Not done. You've got both sides now that you can make a bow. You've got that. And that looks lovely, and it's really quick and easy for you to do. A lot faster than it took me to make this video, so I apologize. So basically making a standard bow for me takes twice as long as probably the normal person. Okay, so I've got my straps, so it's got little shoulder for the arms. And then I like the neck, around the neck. I think that looks really pretty around the nape of the neck. So then I've got that. See? So that looks really cute. Now, you can add an embellishment, and if you don't want this to be around the nape, or say you're making it for someone you're not sure if they're going to like that, you can make it long enough where you can put it and make a bow on the front. Now what I do is I make an embellished front piece, but I make it on an alligator clip so they can use it or not. This is a pre-made flower. I use a felt piece. I glue it. Makes it stay a little more secure. That is an optional thing. This has a bit of a cone shape at the bottom, so I needed some extra grab to it. So you can make it where they can wear it on their head, or they can wear it like that. And you cannot see the clip. See? So totally up to you which way you want to do it. Okay. Or if they want, instead of putting it here at the nape, they can put it right here. So many different places, so that's pretty neat. And it's cost effective because maybe they feel like wearing it as a hair accessory, and other days they feel like wearing it as an embellishment to the front. Have a fantastic, wonderful day. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It truly means the world to us. channel, please subscribe. You can find all of our links on our YouTube homepage and Google Plus page. We also include our links at the end of each video. Thank you so much for viewing. You're the best. And remember, whatever you create is going to be fantastic because you took the time to create it.